Hey, Blue Rockers, how are you? Connie Willis here. Crypto Connie, we have some breaking news. It's not really breaking news as in emergency type stuff, but it is fun stuff. Live from Dallas. I felt like saying New York there for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I think maybe I know why. I think we're older people and we remember the good old days with Saturday Night Live. That was the good old days. They were really good at that point. But with me right now, live from Dallas, is the man, Stan the Man. I know they say Dan the Man too, but really it started out as Dan the Man, and it's Stan Larimer, the godfather of BitShares. Hey Stan, what are you up to right now? Where are you?
Well, hey there, CryptoConnie. This is your action news reporter on the scene at the cryptocurrency playoffs here in beautiful Dallas, where we've got an incredible number of people that showed up for this event. I got in late last night, made it there just in time to see them closing up, and the ballroom was just packed with people. You know, it's a big conference, and you know, I couldn't count them all, but there's got to be thousands of people in that main ballroom.
What is it? It's the Bitcoin Superconference, is that right?
Well, no, it's called Bitcoin and Ethereum and Blockchain Superconference.
Oh.
And if you think about that, they left out quite a few things. I'm not sure why Bitcoin and Ethereum got to be number one, but I'm going to ask the audience. I'm the very last speaker of the conference. So when I step up there, I'm going to say, hey, guys, you've all been here now several days, and you have seen everything there is to see about all the things that's going on in the industry. How many of you think Bitcoin is number one? And I suppose a few straggling people will raise their hand. And then I'll say, how many think that Ethereum's number one? And, you know, maybe there'll be somebody in the back of the room that raises his hand. And then I'll say, how many think it's some other blockchain? I expect that probably everybody will raise their hand there because everybody's in here shilling something. But in the event that we did, whatever comes out of that, my message to them is, well, each of you obviously has a different criteria from what makes you number one. Let me tell you my criteria. And then we'll get into real-time blockchains. And I hope I can blow some minds because you know, Providence has smiled on us. If you go to blocktivity.com right now, we're in a perfect situation where Dan Larimer's blockchains currently have processed 2/3 of the industry's total transactions. Usually when I say it's slightly more than half, but this past week we did 2/3 between STEEM and BitShares. So I'm going to call that to their attention.
Oh my gosh, I think, do you call up Dan from time to time and just congratulate him? Do you all do a little toast or something with, I don't know, milk in the morning and maybe something else later at night, or what do you do?
He's too busy to even accept congratulations at this point. But I did talk to him a couple nights ago, but, you know, normally I try not to disturb him, you know, just I'm sure they keep him locked up in his office and slide pizza under the door so he'll stay busy. But at any rate, I'm really looking forward to this. I think we'll blow some minds there today in terms of recalibrating what people think about as being number one. And, you know, it's true Bitcoin is number one on market cap. It's true that Ethereum might be number one in terms of flexibility. But in terms of raw performance, it's hard to beat the blockchains of Dan Larimer.
I love it. I absolutely love hearing that. I love being a part of it. So I'll be announcing this stuff on Steam It today for you as well. If anything else happens, I want you to give us a call. Where are you going to be next week? Next week or the next weekend? Is that in Austin?
Yeah, I'll be in Austin, Texas again at the
Media Conscious?
Yeah, Media Consciousness Festival, which is, you know, I like to reach out to all kinds of different people, and these people are very interesting types. And so, you know, a lot of them have strong philosophical beliefs about what's going on, just do stuff. And I have both been invited to be there, do a little conversation back and forth on the stage, and talking about what blockchain might mean to their whole worldview of things. So it'll be an exciting event.
Well, I bet there's some blue rockers out there. I love it. You know Sean Worthington of CloudCoin. He is at, what is it again, the Anarchapulco? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Anarchapulco. I would have liked to have been there too, but I was committed to be here, so that's where I am.
Well, we talked to him, and he had just listened to Rand Paul. Then he was going to have dinner. He already had his trunks on, I believe. He was already at the pool. He was ready to go into the pool. It was beautiful in the background, and they had a earthquake that day, a 7.2.
Uh-huh.
A 7.2.
Wow, I've always wanted to live through a hurricane or a tornado or an earthquake. I emphasize the word live through.
Yes, I understood that exactly. Yep, I get that one for sure. Well, show us the view that you have from your room. What do you got going on? Are you got a good view or?
There's a pool down there that you can see that looks like some type of a crypto coin logo. I'm not sure which one it is, but maybe we'll adopt that for our next project.
Speaking of next projects, what about BCL, Bitcoin Latina? Any news on that?
There's some incredible news that I'm not allowed to talk about.
Oh, okay.
So that'll all come out at John Gott's when the timing is right. But, you know, John is a consummate networker, and he's always making new friends and alliances, and that is probably the secret ingredient of Bitcoin Latina, the work he and his people have done to get people on board and to build a constituency. And so he's been out doing some more of that.
Well, I guess I'm talking more about everybody getting their 1-for-1 and their freebies. So somebody had hacked in, I guess, and created a whole bunch of accounts, and now they got a hand.
Yeah, it's a never-ending arms race, right? You try to do something nice for people, and there's always somebody that wants to hog. I was a little kid one time. I remember, I couldn't have been more than 4, and we had a piñata at a Sunday school picnic, and someone knocked it open, and all the candy fell on the ground for the kids to go pile on and scoop up. And being the clever little engineer I was, I found that if I were to dive onto it like a fumble and use my arms to scrape it off, then I could get 90% of the total amount of candy for me. Whereupon someone called me aside and said that wasn't very nice. So I got my lesson when I was 4, but there's some people that want to jump on all the candy and sweep it all up for themselves. And so every time that happens, John has to replan how he's going to distribute this stuff to avoid giving all the candy to a few people who got greedy and wrote bots to register lots of accounts in a hurry and or send in a bunch of little sock puppet email accounts or whatever they could do in order to fake it so that they got a lot of these. Now, I understand their desire of why they would want to get a lot of them. But anyhow, because people don't play nice and try to take advantage of other people, John has to keep saying, okay, how are we going to do this? And that's forced them into a lot of manual kind of stuff that has taken time. Right.
And that's happened a couple times so far with this. So let me ask you in that arena, because one person asked this, and I'm just curious. I'm not the computer side. I'm not the technical side. I'm not the engineer. They had thought it was a problem with the BitShares blockchain itself or the exchange or the wallet. Was that a problem with BitShares?
I haven't heard any of those, but I've been traveling all day yesterday and in the conference and stuff, so I haven't really caught up on any of the reading that's going on, or I've missed the community meetings and stuff, so I'm a little bit in the dark as to what may have happened in the past 24, 48 hours.
But you don't think it was a technical thing with BitShares itself, do you?
No, I can't imagine that. BitShares has been around so long now. It's pretty robust, so I'd be really surprised, if there's any technical problems at that level. Okay. But, anytime someone tries to do something new, it's possible that a latent bug, is in there that they've discovered for the first time. But what they're trying to do is not that. I don't think that that's the problem. I think it's just people discover ways to pretend that there are multiple people. And, that's, of course, not something that's designed into the BitShares system to detect the difference between a sock puppet and a non-sock puppet.
Okay. All right. Had to check that out. That's what I thought. I thought there's no way it would have already happened by now. However, you never know, like you're talking about. So here's the deal. When you get up on stage tonight, okay, very first thing you do besides hello, and, you got to do this. You got to go, hey, Blue Rockers, right?
Yeah.
And then say, I want everybody to know that we're always on Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis, Crypto Connie. So pull out your phones now, go to Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis and hit subscribe, right?
Oh, well, I'll try to remember to do all that. You know me, I'm an engineer.
I know. I'm going to write this on your head, on the forehead.
I'm just trying to learn to be your action news reporter on the scene, but we'll see.
Well, that way they can get notified every time you're on. So that's what it's all about.
Okay, excellent.
All
okay.
right, so there's a method behind my madness, not just to bring attention to it, but to recognize the Blue Rock.
Good. It's madness. That's what's matter.
I just want everybody to be able to watch it because we'll have more with Stan Larimer with BitShares and all the different things that he goes to, and hopefully we'll join him as well along the way. That would be fun. I think I'd be sitting out by that pool while you went and got breakfast. I'd just see you later. I'm like, I'll eat eggs later. I'm hitting the pool. So,
man, there's a Denny's across the street. I can't pass up a Denny's.
Well, say hello to my Dallas Cowboys over there. God's team.
Now the cheerleaders are probably God's team, but
oh, okay. Well, okay. All right. I'm going for the dudes. All right. Hey, Stan, thank you so much for being for breaking in before your breakfast time. I know it's a little earlier where you are, but have a good show. Speak well. Take care, and I know you'll do fine up there. Don't croak or anything. Well, I don't think croak is the word. What is it? Don't
choke is the
word.
Don't
choke. Yeah, don't say croak.
You don't know. That is one of the highest points in my life, standing up in front of a crowd of people. I'm worse than your typical Hollywood performer in terms of wanting to get up there. So, no, I don't expect to have any trouble in that department.
Okay, good. I hope somebody's out there where they're maybe taping it so we can see how you do at one point.
Well, the stage is a big stage, and there's huge screens to my left and my right. And last time I looked, they had close-ups of the speaker on both of the things. So I'm going to look like that Apple commercial where the lady throws the sledgehammer through the big screen. I'll be looking like George Orwell's vision of the future probably is what it looked like.
Well, make sure you say hello to Blue Rockers. And again, don't choke. Don't croak. None of that on stage or ever. We don't need that. We're looking forward to seeing you when you get back as well, okay?
Okay, Connie, thanks.
That's Stan Larimer, everybody. And if anything else happens, I'm sure Stan will let us know. And I appreciate that, too. Really cool. Wasn't that neat? So a live break there for you. We got we got good old little Penny in the background. We've got Batman over here chirping. And Stan Larimer in Dallas at the big conference. So more to come here on CryptoConnie. Also, March 3rd, coast to coast, March 24th, coast to coast. And we've got more this week, too. You guys know that we do. More to come here with CryptoConnie on Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. Thanks, you guys, for being a part of it. We'll break in as news happens and as events happen. Have a good day.